Julian, starting with Build the Dream. I'm here with my wife, Heidi, and my daughter in Savannah.
And today we're going to be exploring the top things to do in the oldest city in Georgia.
Look at it. This is Riverstreet, and of the top things to visit here in Savannah, we begin our adventure right here. Being one of America's most beautiful and best preserved cities, the perfect blend of iconic oak trees, cobblestone streets, unique squares, and southern antebellum architecture, along with it being near the coast, makes it an incredible getaway. And as you will see, I am convinced that there's something here for everyone.
We're here on the famous Riverstreet in Savannah, which is a waterfront street. It's actually made of these beautiful, unique cobblestone streets in these very historic old buildings that have been converted to restaurants and really fun boutiques and shops. So it's a really fun place to shop and eat out. Some of these buildings date back to the 1800s, which is crazy that they're still here. They actually have an open container law, so you can walk around and shop and go to your restaurants with your drinks and have a good time. The cobblestone streets are super notorious because they were used from ballast stones that came from ships from Europe that came to America in the 1700s and 1800s.
Oh my gosh. So, one of the most beautiful, historic residential streets in Savannah that you gotta at least walk by, bike by, or drive by is Jones Street. Everything about it, it's like you're traveling back in time. The iconic live oak trees gracing over the road. Older architecture, some of it federal style, I believe. Some homes with vines growing on them. Imagine this being your morning jog every day. Like, how can anyone be unhappy if this is your daily morning jog?
Savannah was founded in 1733 by James Oglethorpe, and Savannah was actually the first colonial city in Georgia. Because of that, the historic district here in Savannah is one of the largest in the United States.
I mean, I can get lost here and just drive around and be perfectly happy. Everything is worth seeing. Now heading to what they say is the most beautiful square in Savannah. But it's not only famous for that. Also, it's home to where Forrest Gump shot that infamous bench scene in the movie Forrest Gump, Chippewa Square. And you know what? I think I agree. I think it is the most beautiful square that I've seen here in Savannah so far. So amongst other things that Savannah is famous for, it's also famous for its 22 squares. That's because each have their own character and central to their identity, being one of the first planned cities in America. Some call it a grid-like street layout. Each square served as a central gathering place for each ward of the city, providing residents with access to green spaces and a place for community activities. But it's actually kind of interesting because each square was used for militia exercises. This unique city planning concept is considered a hallmark of Savannah's architecture and urban design. About a mile and a half outside of downtown, the most photographed mansion in Savannah, the Gingerbread House. Also known as the Assendorf House, it was built in 1899 and is a prime example of steamboat Gothic architecture. A rare style, kind of like a home that you would see in a fairy tale movie. It's known for its intricate woodwork, ornate trim, and it kind of makes me hungry to eat a gingerbread house.
Savannah is actually known as the Tree City, and you'll notice these massive like oak trees all over Savannah, all over the parks, lining the streets, around the homes. So very beautiful. You'll also notice the Spanish moss hanging from these massive like oak trees, which is really unique. And these are really iconic features of the city's just exquisite beauty.
But the thing about Spanish moss that covers all of Savannah, it's actually not moss, but a type of bromelaid. Founded by French Catholics who fled Haiti during the revolution in 1790s, is the Cathedral Basilica of St. John the Baptist here in Savannah. It's one of the most stunning and historically significant churches in the South.
Yeah, we're gonna go check it out. This cathedral is absolutely breathtaking, and it kind of reminds me of the Basilica in New Orleans, which Tony and I went to in our New Orleans video. This is even more beautiful, just all the colors, all the stained glass, these pillars, the colors in this cathedral is really beautiful. And our daughter is Veronica, and so she was partially named after Saint Veronica.
The cathedral replaced an earlier version from 1839, which had been destroyed by a fire. It was quickly rebuilt and restored by 1900. It kind of sucks that they're working on it right now. However, it's still a stunning example of French Gothic revival architecture. 214-foot twin spires and beautiful stained glass windows crafted in Austria. If you want a really good, quaint coffee shop, right across the street from the Basilica is Mirabelle Cafe. Let's check it out. How was it, babe?
Scrumptious. I got a decaf latte with Irish cream. I also got a Sammy breakfast sandwich. I love anything breakfast related, and it's super delicious. Like, it's really good. This coffee shop has a really cozy ambiance. So if you're visiting the Basilica and you want a little bite to eat, or you want some coffee or tea, this is a really good place to go.
One of the most beautiful parks in the country. Here at the historic 30-acre Forsyth Park. And the crown jewel right here is the famous Forsyth Fountain. From 1858, modeled after the fountains in Paris and Peru. One of the city's most photographed spots and extremely beautiful. But it's not just the fountain, the entire place is so lush. Beautiful draped Spanish moss, live oak trees. It gives Savannah a very mystical look, especially in the warmer months. Perfect place for walking, jogging, chilling out, taking your dog around. I guess they allow dogs. I see dogs everywhere.
So here we're on Riverwalk, which is next to Riverstreet here in Savannah. And of course, there's magnificent views of the Savannah River. There's also ferry boats that are really cool, which I've done before, which are a lot of fun. Along your beautiful walk down Riverwalk, which actually stretches a really long ways, there's actually a lot of public art that you can see. And of course, just really beautiful views, restaurants, shops. Great place to take the whole family, go for a lovely stroll.
Veronica, first time seeing the river. Well, you gotta show her.
No.
There you go.
See the river. Yeah.
First time seeing the river. Just a couple blocks down from Riverstreet, in the heart of downtown Broughton Street, or however you pronounce it. This is where most of the foot traffic is, most of the shops are. Basically every shop you want. Restaurants, gift shops, coffee shops, everything. Our hotel is actually on this street as well. I love how there's lights overhanging the downtown strip. Also, each side palm trees and a nice vibrant mixture of historic architecture and a few modern attractions as well.
We notice is that there's a true southern charm and southern beauty throughout Savannah, and also everything is really close together. So when you're traveling, it's really easy to just hop in your car and hop from place to place, which makes traveling here super easy and convenient.
The next place I recommend, especially if you're going to stay at here in Savannah and you want to get a hotel, the Marshall House. I recommend this hotel for many different reasons. It's apparently the most beautiful haunted hotel. It was originally built in 1851 by Mary Marshall, and it's one of the city's oldest hotels, known for its antebellum architecture and rich history. It operates now as a boutique hotel, offering guests a mix of 19th century charm and modern amenities. They also have breakfast in the morning, and they have coffee and decaf coffee all day. Also around 5:30 every night are events with wine and cheese. Right now they're doing an event. Gonna go check it out.
On the outside, but then continue south. Another block will be at Colonial Park Cemetery. And
I just love being in historic places. Also, what's really cool about our room, we're on the balcony and you go onto the balcony through a window.
So you can actually request a room that goes to the balcony, and you can rock in a rocking chair and enjoy your morning coffee or tea. Really beautiful. There's flowers out here. Also, a really neat fact is that while he was president, George Washington visited here in Savannah in 1791. The Marshall House Inn was actually used as a hospital 3 different times, once during the Civil War to take care of Union and Confederate soldiers, and twice during their yellow fever plagues.
Not all squares in Savannah are equal, but the reason why I like this one, Telfair Square, is because of the beautiful historic buildings surrounding it. Granted, many squares are like that, but this one in particular also has a Telfair Museum, one of the most beautiful buildings here in Savannah, in my opinion. It's the Telfair Academy of Arts. Created under the will of Miss Mary Telfair, the Telfair Academy of Arts and Science opened as the first public art museum in the Southeast. So there's so many really cool places to eat here in Savannah as well, and 2 of the more famous places to eat. One is the Old Pink House, which I believe you have to get reservations in advance. However, it has a really cool history and it's in a really awesome historic building. And another one is the Pirate House.
Wow. I love Savannah. I haven't been here for about 13, 14 years, and I forgot how much I absolutely love it.
You love it more than me?
Here at the Pirate's House, and a fun fact is that it is believed to have inspired Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. So the Pirate's House actually dates back to 1753 and was a very popular gathering place for sailors and pirates alike. I love the inside of the Pirate's House. It's extremely unique. I've never seen anything like it. The only thing similar to this is that bar that we ate at in New Orleans. Lafitte, yeah.
That was a pirate place too.
Yeah, that was a pirate bar.
I'm gonna get this good one.
I got the Santa Fe pasta, and it looks and smells absolutely divine. I can't wait to try it. Super, super flavorful. Like, so many flavors and spices going on here. This is super good. This dish has alligator, and we're gonna try it.
Make sure it doesn't bite you.
This tastes like smoked pork. Actually, it tastes really good.
This is one of the best biscuits I've had in a very long time. This is one of the best groupers I've had. So what does a real man do? Biscuit sandwich.
The oldest house in Georgia.
In 1734.
So the oldest house in Georgia's in the Pirate's House?
Yeah. This staircase leads to a tunnel that actually used to go to the Savannah River, and they would take severely drunken men who were unconscious and drugged and take them to become part of their ships. And that is why they believe the Pirate's House to be haunted, or one of the many reasons.
But right across the old Pink House is the next really cool square that I recommend taking a look at, which is the beautiful Reynolds Square. Laid out in 1733, it was named after John Reynolds, Georgia's first royal governor. The square features a statue of John Wesley, who preached in Savannah during the 1730s. Like almost all squares here in Savannah, it's surrounded by beautiful historic buildings and obviously the old Pink House. But anyways, the next place I recommend, the Oglethorpe Square. This one has the Owens Thomas House and slave quarters, a beautiful antebellum home, also a museum with tours. I noticed that this one is not as populated as some of the other ones, so if you want a little bit more peace and quiet, this is a good area for that. I gotta say it, Savannah and Hiawassee are, in my opinion, the two most beautiful places in Georgia.
You'll notice that there are a lot of antebellum homes, many of which are Victorian, Georgian, and federal styles. And you'll also notice a plethora of these ornate wrought iron gates on these homes that are so beautiful, that actually remind me of when we were in New Orleans and when we were in Charleston. And it's something so very unique that you don't see very often, and they're so very beautiful to see.
Something to keep in mind about Savannah, Georgia. It's also probably the most haunted city in America. And I actually made a full video about all of the most haunted places: Bonaventure Cemetery, Candler Oak Tree, Hamilton Turner Inn, the Marshall House, which is where we're staying at, Moon River Brewery, Telfair Square, formerly known as Calhoun Square, the Pirate's House, Hampton Lily Bridge House, 1790 Inn, Kehoe House, Johnson Square, the Old Pink House, Madison Square, Sorrel Weed House, 432 Abercorn Street, Factors Walk, and Harper Folks House. I also interviewed many people here at Savannah about their haunted experiences, and there were many. Very interesting. Since we're at the coast, not only live oak trees, palm trees. Another great square in the city is Franklin Square, not just because it's a cool area, but it's pretty populated. Also, over here on this side is the pedestrian-friendly St. Julian Street. But over here is the next place that I recommend to sightsee, the very first Black church here in America, the first African Baptist church in Savannah. It dates back to 1773, but officially organized in 1788. But the building itself was completed in 1859. Features distinctive African-inspired design elements and secret holes in the floorboards believed to have been part of the Underground Railroad. And today, it remains an active church. And across the street, as I was saying, the pedestrian-friendly St. Julian Street. Gonna walk it. Really cool place to check out. But this area of St. Julian Street is actually also called the City Market. Basically an open-air marketplace and a hub for social gatherings since the 18th century. And originally a center for farmers and traders, but rebuilt several times. Not gonna lie, I didn't have this originally on the list, but I saw it and decided to add it because it's pretty dang cool. However, it has a very historic charm, lively atmosphere, and a popular destination with shops, restaurants, and live music. The street's preserved architecture and blocked off from cars gives it a classic Savannah feel. By the way, guys, if this video is helping you plan a trip to Savannah and you like it, please give me a like and subscribe for other ideas for other cities. As for this next place, I wish my wife was with me because she was actually a Girl Scout. She's at the hotel feeding the baby. But this is the birthplace of the founder of the Girl Scouts. It's the birthplace of Juliette Gordon Lowe. This historic home was built in 1821 and now a museum and a popular destination for Girl Scouts. Whoa. And across the street is one of the most beautiful historic churches in Savannah, of many, but this one shapes the skyline, the Independent Presbyterian Church of Savannah. It was founded in 1755, but the current church was completed in 1891 because a fire destroyed the previous structure. A striking steeple and a classical design. Savannah's just covered. Beautiful mix of historic mansions, churches, such an eclectic city. All right, Veronica, going on another adventure. Gonna meet Mommy.
So fast. So my hubby, daughter, and I are here at the Pence Pub here in Savannah. It's a really highly rated English pub. The decor here is amazing. My hubby had ordered the beef Guinness, and now I'm ordering the beef Guinness. And it looks super, super good. And I got collards because collards are really good for you.
Easily accessible, right next to the square where the Forrest Gump chair was.
What'd you say?
That's a Clydesdale.
What's that?
A certain breed of horse.
Oh.
In case you want to visit Savannah, but you want customized suggestions for you or your family or whatever, I made this thing. Basically, you click on it, it asks you a few questions, and it makes a customized guide for you and whatever situation you are in. If you want it, I'm selling it for about $10. It's in the description. Hope you like it. Also, it also gives you access to other cities that I did as well, such as Asheville, Daytona, and a few others. That is my story. It's in the description. Anyways, there are so many shops, restaurants, basically everything that you need around here. But one place that I also recommend here in Savannah, and they call it one of the prettiest roads in the country, is Wormsloe Historic District. I was actually there for this channel quite a while back, but it's also one of the most photographed places in Savannah. Known for its stunning, iconic avenue of moss-draped oaks, it's also very historical. I definitely recommend a visit there. And speaking of historical places, you've got this historic movie theater right here. It's called SCAD, but it's really called Trustees Movie Theater. Check out the movie times, and if you're around, take a visit. I love driving here in Savannah. The trees overhanging atop of the road. This drive here near Forsyth Park, such beautiful mansions on this strip. So many antebellum homes that are lesser known. However, one of the most beautiful mansions in this area is coming up, which is the mansion on Forsyth Park. Originally, it was built in 1888. As of recently, along with the renovations, now it's Hotel Bardo Savannah, blending Victorian elegance with modern luxury. So the next place I recommend is Ellis Square. This square right here, not only is it one of the largest squares here in Savannah, it's usually the most populous square. It's right in the middle of so many things. Yeah, Ellis Square is a pretty sweet place. It's actually one of the original squares of Savannah, Georgia. It was established in 1733 and historically a very bustling marketplace. Later became the site of the city market. I love these strips. Even like some of the hidden alleyways are just beautiful. Although I'm not at all surprised by Savannah being such an amazing, incredibly historically preserved city, I absolutely recommend visiting here. I definitely recommend another city, New Orleans. If you want to see that video, see it here. But if you want to see a different side of Savannah, the haunted part, see that video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed day.